quick character build guide for Shadow of War. Anyway, so let's get right into it. This is a pretty OP build I have found about 98% of the time. So let's jump right into it. So my sword and my dagger are both the dagger and sword of war. And my executions sets enemies on fire. And my stealth attacks also light enemies on fire. And then my critical hits have a 42% chance to light enemies on fire. And then I get +2 elf shot replenished on a stealth kill. And then thanks to the set bonus, as long as an enemy dies while on fire, I get 50 health. So combined together, this means that, whenever I stealth kill an enemy, I get 50 health from the set bonus. And then I get 2 elf shot back. That is beautiful, because that means I'm replenishing my health and my elf shot every time I perform a stealth kill, and that chains up with Wraith Chain, where you can do up to 4 stealth kills. So that's, you multiply that's 50 times 4, you're getting 200 health back each time. Now, the next 4 pieces are actually not part of the war set, but part of the beast set. What this allows me to do is to shadow mount unbroken grogs and unbroken drakes. And basically what this means is that I can shadow mount with this build any beast in the game, which is just beautiful. Also, all my beast set has reduced mount cooldown by 11%. So that's 11%, 22%, 33%, and then 44%. So I nearly almost have my entire call mount cooldown. So anyways, this is the best possible, I think, gear that you can get. At least set bonuses wise, legendary wise. I think this is the best combination. And then on my sword, I'm running 25% increased damage. For my dagger, I'm running, I want to get my health gem up a little farther. I'd like to be running this one, which is increase health stolen by 10%. So anyways, so I'm running health restore for my dagger. So that way every time I stealth kill, I'm getting health back. And then for my bow, I'm running 25% increased damage on my bow because of the way Shadow Strike works against captains. Then I'm running health increase for my armors and my cloak. And then my ring, I'm running, I don't find that the extra Miriam's all that great, and the bonus experience isn't really all that phenomenal. But when you dominate a captain, having them be able to go up 4 levels is phenomenal. And honestly, I do not think that I don't think that followers really need the damage decrease or the damage increase. It's just better that, when you dominate a captain, they start off at a higher level. Anyways, this character build, the way that it makes it function is Secret Might, Mighty Reversal, Wraith Shield, Ceaseless Mights, it's great, Chain of Shadows, Firestorm is not really all that critical actually, but I'm using... The next big ones are gonna be, these are mandatory for this build though. It's Call Mount with Dragon Song, Shadow Mount with Karagor Breaker. That is critical. Basically this removes the necessity to actually You know, you can just run around and shadow mount everything. And then you're going to need Dragon Rider. And I would highly recommend Soaring Rage. Now, to get Dragon Song, you have to complete the Karanar quest chain. So, you definitely want to get Dragon Song if you're going to use this. And then, Vault, I'm using Hammer of E-Region, which makes it so I freeze when I vault. And then, another big one for this build is going to be, you're going to want to have Dominate, Dominion. But otherwise, everything else is pretty much optional on how you want to build this. But anyway, so I'm going to show you guys off the bat how powerful this really is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to jump down here. Do that, go into Wraith mode. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to... I'm going to Shadow Strike you. Shadow Strike you. And now when I kill him, I'm going to get back 2 Elf Shot. As if that was nothing, you know? And then I'm going to run over here. There's a couple Caradors over here. You know? I'm going to free one. And then once I free him, I can instantly shadow mount this Carador. Thanks to that ability. And now I have a fast moving mount that I can ride at high speeds. And this gives me an advantage over everything. Now, the way that this build works is it literally makes it so you don't have to deal with beasts at all. So I'm going to run around here for a little bit. And you're going to see these wild Caradors. Well, now I can shadow mount them. And this removes the necessity to break them, which is already a pain in the butt because unbroken enemies. And now we have a captain here, level 42.
Maybe I skin beasts too.
Now I'm going to try to identify him, see if I can't figure out his weakness. Obviously, I don't have any information on him. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon my Drake. And I'm going to shadow mount the Drake. And this is what makes it broken. I think that Drakes are just a little too overpowered. Because now, I can just flame breath away. And you see how that Carador is already broken. And basically, from a safe height, I can fight this guy. And it's basically... And now, he's broken. And now, I can go and do Dominion on him. And I can take control of him now. As if it was nothing. You know? It's like I didn't even have to try. And then after all that, you know, I still have the ability to mount, you know, a mount. So this makes it so I'm always on a beast, and I never have to worry anymore about dealing with drakes during sieges or anything, because I can just take them over. And drakes are just already so OP, as you just saw. I decimated that captain with barely any challenge whatsoever. I was just holding down the R2 button. Just infinite flame breath. You know, you could take down an entire fortress with that. So having the ability to, you know, do that kind of stuff really just makes the game very trivial. So as you can see, you know, I can fight just about anyone because there's really no challenge left in it. I mean, sure, you're gonna have orcs that are a little harder to beat, but it's not gonna be frequent. It's just more critical to be able to remove the beast factor from your enemies. If they can't ride or use beasts and stuff, you know, you've already gotten a major advantage. And this is the other thing too. If you get a group, now I'm going to show you guys this because I think this is pretty important to understand about how the dagger works. So if I kill him, Shadow Strike over to here, you know, watch, I'm going to get 4 elf fruit, which means that any time that I use this dagger to kill someone, I should be getting no. And this is Wraith Chain that allows me to do that. As you can see, my sword is flaming at the moment. And the fire damage is really good because I find that a lot of enemies are flammable, or, you know, they don't really have fireproof. But I can really just, you know, stealth kill everyone, basically keeping myself alive all the time. And because I don't have to worry about beasts anymore, it just makes it so effective. This is probably one of the better builds out there. Because you don't really need to worry too much about stuff. And as you can see, I can take out archers. And even if I'm down, elf shot, all I have to do see, here's another captain. I can knock him down, kill him, you know, and my vault allows me to freeze them, and now they're taking both fire damage and ice damage simultaneously. So now I find out that he's got Vault Breaker. And see how I just lit him on fire and he's running around like an idiot? And now I can just stealth kill him outright. And because I just stealth killed him while he was on fire, my health literally regenerates completely. And then if I want to get out of here, Shadow Mount, you know. And if a Drake was flying around, and because this Carador was attacking me, I can Shadow Mount him, I can Shadow Mount that, and I don't have to break them. I literally just decimated an entire pack of Caragors as if it was nothing. And it works the same for Drakes and everything. That Drake could be flying around and stuff. And I've noticed that you really can't break a Drake unless he's already landed. You know, and what the beast set allows you to do is to Shadow Mount it while he's in the air. I'm trying to find a Drake to show you guys how it works. But I think that we're reaching the end of what I can actually do. So, what I'll do is, I guess I'll Shadow Mount him. So, anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. I will get to a safe place. But yeah, so this build really trivializes a lot of stuff. If you need to get out of combat, if you need to get away, if you need to take out pretty much any foe, this is probably the best way to do it. I've practically decimated this game with this build. And I'm not even max level yet, but you know, it's probably one of the better builds out there, I think, because being able to decimate all your foes at no cost. You know, drakes can be a real pain in the butt, but man, in the hands of the NPC, they're really pathetic. But once you have access to a drake, I've decimated entire fortresses on the back of a drake. Being able to shadow mount drakes left and right is just a great ability. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. This is the end of my OP build for Shadow of War. I just think that this combination of legendaries is by far the best combination of legendaries. Let me go over it one last time for you guys real quick. You got your sword and daggers of war, which is fire damage and health regen from stealth attack practically, and executions always put those on fire. And then you have the beast set. Just make sure that you get that L shot regen, health regen, and then increase damage to beast, and heroics take less damage, doesn't really matter. But make sure you get that reduced call mount so you can summon that drake whenever you want, which basically makes getting around a map a joke. Don't need load screens in this. And yeah, so guys, this is the build. Probably one of the best builds out there, I think. I know that there's a lot of legendaries. Like, I have quite a few. I got like the thrashing set. You know, yeah, call followers is a great ability, but I don't think it's gonna top my dagger of war, which, you know, every stealth attack lights my enemies on fire. And even the Wraith Chain stealth attacks consume 35% less for the Arcane Dagger. There's nothing there that is going to bypass the fact that I can recover 50 health when killing an enemy on fire, which is 50 health per stealth kill. I mean, you got the Dagger of Vengeance, but there's no way that's going to outdo that, you know, 50 health per stealth kill with Wraith Chain. Well, that's 200 health right there. Even if I were to use this one, or even some of the other ones I got, you know, the beast set I think is the best by far. Yeah, sure, perform attacks, or, you know, call followers, or you know, quick throw, or things like picking up Miriam, call followers, dominated grunts. You know, I don't think there's a single legendary set gain out there that is gonna be better than the Shadow Mount ability. There's just nothing out there that I don't think can top that. You're just not going to be able to top it because of the fact that beasts are a major threat in this game to both the orcs and you. And having to break them can be a real challenge a lot of the time. So I think that this is the best legendary set out there. And if you build it just right, it can be really, really overpowered. I mean, I guess I could supplement, you know, my Sword of War for the for like something a little bit more balanced, in case if I come against someone, you know, that I really can't deal with. I don't have any of those legendary swords, but, you know, having a Darkest Dagger, you know, increases poison damage to enemies by 20%, you know. I would rather have a different ability on there, but, you know, Dagger of War is just a really good dagger. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. That is the end of my character build. This is probably the best combo I have found so far. Anyways, guys, like if you want to like, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. But anyways, that's my character build for Talion in Shadow of War. See you later. Peace.